Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk spoke extensively and said Liverpool is united now than ever before and they are absolutely moving forward. That was after Mohamed Salah returned to the squad for Saturday's win over Brighton and over Albion. Salah came off the bench for his first Liverpool appearance since claiming after last weekend's 3-3 draw with Leeds that he had been thrown under the bus by the club. Yeah, in his rights, I feel like what he have sacrificed, he got the right to feel that way. The 3-year-old was left out of the squad for the midweek Champions League win at Inter Milan, but returned for the Brighton game following talks with manager Arne Slot and claimed an assist in that 2-0 win. Salah joined up with Egypt national team for the African Cup of Nations AFCON on Monday and could miss up to 8 Liverpool games if his country go all the way to the final on the 18th of January. So we know that he's gonna be missed, but we are looking at all of this. A very big question remains: is it goodbye for Mohamed Salah by the time he reached the tunnel? When you look at Mohamed Salah, he took everything at full time, win over Brighton, applauding all the four sides of the Anfield, while the home fans serenaded their Egyptian king with the familiar song. He was just clapping. He would clap here, clap there, and here and there. So by the time he reached the tunnel, he was the last player in the pitch, giving a little wave towards the men's stand where his family sat. A goodbye, maybe, only for now. We don't know. He's joining up for the AFCON, but we cannot tell exactly what it is. And the slot said, there is no issue for me to resolve. For me, he is now the same as any other player. There is nothing for me to talk about after what happened against Leeds United. So in the outpost at the Elland Road on Saturday, where he claimed to have been thrown under the bus by the club and relationship and all of that. My name is Orji of the W, and I'll be talking about Mohamed Salah, Liverpool's relationship. Is it the last time we're seeing him with the red shirt, and where could be his possible destination? And we will find out what the guys would have to say about their advice for him as a player that is 33 years of age. And to join me to do this, I have the lady in the house to do this, Chiwendo! How are you?
I'm fine.
Of course, CI Zoro! And the man born free! We're talking Mohamed Salah, one of the biggest footballers out of Africa. He came to Chelsea, a failed player, had to leave, he discovered what he's made of at Roma. Now at Liverpool, he became a king. In fact, one of the highest contributors when it comes to goal in the league. In fact, he's up there. He just got himself a new 2-year contract after a very scintillating season last season that got him the PFA Player of the Year. In fact, he's one of the oldest players to ever get that award at the age of 32. Now, and the slot is looking for where his money was coming from. Made him a scapegoat and he felt so bad. That is how you can get to a team and you feel like you should be untouchable. And I feel like Salah felt disrespected. You can relate what happened to him with what happened to Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United. Expectations can be higher than what you can offer at the time. So basically saying that Salah was the most closest person to Diogo Jota. And he's the only player that have not said a thing ever since Jota died. And some people are saying that when you keep grief in for so long, it could metamorphose into another thing and impact other parts of your life. But all of these things are speculations. Now we've seen Salah play against Brighton. He got an assist and he waved and clapped for the entire fans and wasted time, clapped where his family was, like a player who was having his farewell game. And then he walked away. There were questions to Arne Slot about what the future means for Salah. He said he's just like every other player. Now, my question is, do you think Salah has played his last game for Liverpool?
I think he has played his last game for Liverpool because the level that Salah is a legend in Liverpool. Either you like it or not, since he came into Liverpool from 2017, Salah has been consistent. Looking at consistency, not even an injury-prone player where you say he's sidelined for 1 month, 2 months since 2017 to this time. I mean, the man has given all. He has won everything. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, UEFA Champions League, Premier League, name them. He has done all with Liverpool, and he achieved all of those things from 2017 till now. I mean, this is a player that brought something into that squad. I mean, he made name for himself and made name for Liverpool. You cannot talk about these successes without mentioning Salah. And so, if an slot will come in, and I was one of the people that advocated for him to be benched at a particular point in time, because I felt that he was struggling. So you can be bringing him from the bench so that he can be able to rediscover himself, but not to make him the scapegoat of the team. And I think for a player to come like Salah to come out to say that they throw him out in the box is because in the dressing room or inside he wasn't getting the love he deserved. I think that's Salah is not the type of person that comes out to talk anyhow.
He would have needed some encouragement.
No, he's not that kind of person. So if an Slot would have had that conversation with him from the word go, maybe he has sensed it, he has seen the attitude, the character from the coach, making it look like he was the problem. So that body language was the one that prompted him to come out. And we all know when he was having that saga of his contract renewal, he had to come to the public and say, maybe this is my last game. Maybe he was just giving the management an hint that he wanted. He's telling them that he wants to stay, and eventually they gave him the contract. I think he has seen the movement going on, and he felt like, let me come to the media, and once again the media came to my rescue doing that contract renewal, and now he decided to come again to test if it will also work out, but it backfired. And I wasn't particularly happy with the way Liverpool handled that situation. I know as a coach you need to stamp your ground, but Salah was never the problem. You as a manager, you be clueless. If you know, I mean, these are players that you have worked with. You worked with him last season. He practically gave you that trophy. I mean, and then you now want to put him under the box and make him look like he was the problem. That was where he came out. He is a legend in Liverpool. He has achieved what a lot of people have not achieved. He has achieved what even Steven Gerrard could not achieve with Liverpool. Even Jimmy Carragher, they could not achieve what he has achieved with Liverpool. So he's a legend, a proper legend in all sets. And then you don't want to put him on the box. Why? He had to come out to cry. He had to come out to say, this is what is happening. He cannot take it anymore because what is happening inside, he cannot take it anymore. Then he had to come out to cry. And then you now want to throw him to make him look like he's the problem here. I think it's done and dusted for him. That game against Brighton is his last game. When he should be his last game anyway. After this Nations Cup, hopefully I pray that he do well with his country, Egypt. And then when he comes back, he should just find good. But I believe that he shouldn't be leaving the atmosphere of Europe because he still has something to give. He should still remain in Europe, but certainly not in Europe.
Okay, of course, we are hearing about a meeting that you had about Saudi Arabia and all of that. But do you think it's Salah's last game against Brighton?
I basically wouldn't conclude because I want to believe the Liverpool management would or should know how to be able to handle such situations. Salah, just like you said during the intro, came to Chelsea and he played a couple of times in Chelsea, but I think he was overshadowed by a lot of stars at the point in Chelsea. I think he underperformed a few times he actually did. And then he left and all of a sudden Salah became somebody to reckon with in Liverpool that even some Chelsea fans at some point were advocating to see how they could bring him back to Chelsea at some point. So I think Salah at this particular nation has done more than Steven Gerrard as a legend in Liverpool. Say he leaves tomorrow, whether willingly or in dispute, he should have a statue in Liverpool, in Anfield. Where a lot of persons idolize him because he has won virtually everything. Back to that Premier League, the Champions League, Carabao Cup. I think they even went on to win more than just what I just mentioned and what you mentioned too. I think at this point he should, take that particular leave. Reasons is because he needs his respect. Not because Liverpool wouldn't want to handle it well, but if Liverpool doesn't, he should actually on his own take it while his head is still up, right? But just like you said, Saudi Arabia might not be the best option because even at his age, he's still performing well. It's just like bringing Eto when Eto had just to Chelsea.
So when is he going to the Saudis? 33. Is he going there?
Maybe when he's going, maybe when 35, 36. Yes, he still has something to give. If you take Salah to any European club, then he will perform.
I thought Eto come to Chelsea.
See, let's leave this issue of Salah. There's something you should understand. Salah has had a very beautiful game with Liverpool at Anfield. He had a beautiful game.
So is his last?
I don't think it's his last because his contract runs to the end of the season.
No, it's 2 years.
2 years.
It's not 2 years.
Yeah.
So he's
2028.
Yeah, so if it runs to the end, Liverpool will not want to lay him off like that with all this saga thing. They will not want to. Even the buying clause, nobody want to. You understand what I mean? So I think the best thing for him, just like Jimmy Canada has advised him, he said he should just wait till the end of the season.
And get probably a farewell match.
Yes.
Don't you think end of the season?
Just the end of the season.
I don't think so. I think you should leave when the ovation is loudest.
Leave him
Because now the ovation is loudest. What if he comes in and they end up maybe going deeper and deeper and deeper?
Slot said they are good now.
I don't want to accept it. It's better that now that they are good because if you should leave.
If they are not good, if they are not good,
what I mean by
Yes.
see, if he's going down, it means the club has to pay him because it's a contract. They have to.
You can choose to terminate the contract. You can choose. You
must
have
They must agree on
But
something.
mutually, you don't want. You don't want me. You still want to keep me. I don't understand.
You don't want me, you still want to keep me. The same thing happened to the likes of Isak.
Even your parents.
Adama was in that thing and he didn't leave.
He didn't leave. You have to.
Osimhen too.
You have to stay. Make sure that you have a good rapport with this.
At this point, Liverpool for me, and
For him to have played in the last, for him to have come as a substitute,
and it's not.
don't forget
that
he came as a substitute in the first half of the game.
At this point, and
So
it's
he
not.
was on
I'm
competition.
sure that he does not
No.
need him.
He should have come in the beginning of the match, but maybe he just wanted to try. They now brought him in.
At this point, and his slots have shown that he does not need him. He has played a couple of games. He won without. They played against Inter Milan. He won. They played against West Ham. He won without Mo Salah in the game. So he has shown, and he will tell the management, "I don't really need him."
But
Does he really
let me
need
ask
him?
again.
He doesn't really
Let
need
me
him.
ask again.
His formation doesn't fit
Boss.
Mo Salah kind of play.
But you were here and said you want the league for him. That's what changed the information.
The truth is, and his slot was using your club formation. The wing plays. But you know, and it's not, I've seen it, I've taken my time to go and watch him as a manager in Finland. I saw what he is, a man that operates in the midfield. That is his own area. He was using Jurgen Klopp's style because that was the player that was available for him. So he cannot switch play until he gets his own player that will begin to affect the kind of style of play he wants. And now he's not playing. He doesn't fit into Mo Salah.
Even with his own kind of play, and even haven't gotten all the numbers of player he has gotten, he's still not doing well.
Because they are not yet used to his kind of when Jurgen Klopp came in 2015 in Liverpool. It took time. It took time. They were not stable.
So
It took time. So it would take time for these players to gel and understand his philosophy and play. For me, Mo Salah cannot fit in because Mo Salah knows how to run from the wing, and it's not always want to with the midfield straight pass, not from the side. That is an slot kind of play. That's why you go for Kekes. Kekes is a player that knows how to play the wing play. He doesn't know how to play that.
Not Variant's also trying to make sure that the midfield is as strong as it can be. I think you've established that he needs to leave because of the coach's pattern does not suit his game, and he's going to underperform under the slot anytime he leaves because he's not going to get that freedom to operate the way he wants to. Now, if he's leaving, where to? We've talked about Lucky Sheikh stays back in Europe and not go to the Saudi. Where are you looking at?
I think I'll look at he should go and try the French League One. I mean, he has not played in the French League. He should go and try in the French League One or even the German League. He has played in the Italian League. He has played in the Premier League.
Maybe Bayern Munich.
I don't think Bayern Munich
That was where I
will
was
fit in.
opting for,
Will fit
Bayern
will
Munich
fit
has
in
this
now.
boy, this Nigerian boy, who is equally
Olisa.
playing Olisa, who is equally playing that particular wing. I feel he might not be able to bench him because the boy is currently on form, except
And he's
anything
young.
blind, and the boy is young. And then the boy chases. Salah doesn't chase. Salah waits for you to bring to him, then he takes from there. But Olisa is almost everywhere. So Bayern would have been the best option for him, considering the fact that they took care irrespective of him.
I don't know. I don't think
Paris Saint-Germain
Luis
is
Enrique will not fit into it. But Luis Enrique also played from the wing too.
He should go for the money present.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, right?
The money is everything because at this age,
What are you saying? Are you saying that Mo Salah is poor?
not no so like I'm not saying
What is
it's
he using
poor,
the
but
money to do?
see, I'm not saying it's poor.
And
But
mind you,
Cristiano
every
Ronaldo
section
is
no,
not-
It's
no,
not-
this is something. No,
Cristiano
Messi.
Ronaldo
When the deal was
Messi
coming,
for-
when the deal was coming for Messi,
For what?
Messi said something. His children are still young, and he wants them to have that freedom, that liberty, and all of those things. And he wants an environment that is enabling for his children.
Yeah.
That's why he
It's-
opted to go play for.
That's what I'm saying.
He's even
For Salah.
collecting a lower pay
For Salah.
in USA.
For Salah, Saudi Arabia is more suitable for his children.
No.
If they come with them, no.
You know, he's a non-Muslim, but
Yeah, no,
Salah
no.
always
He said
he
it.
only said that
No, no.
he loves European
Yeah.
European
No,
lifestyle.
No, but he has said it openly that he wants to, like he would love to.
Play
But
Saudi
but when the time comes, because it's Salah is a player who is liberal anyway, because you see his Christmas photo
Christmas.
come out.
That's what I wanted to say.
As much as he's Muslim, you see his Christmas photo come out. With his exposure, I think he should be like that. But I feel like life in Saudi Arabia, anytime they will suit him that line and this, because he understands, he still goes to Hajj. He understands all of the principles of
Guidance.
Islam. So I understand. That's why Ronaldo sometimes goes loggerheads with the guys at Saudi. It happens for him sometimes that he does some celebrations.
And he was permitted.
He goes in ways. In fact, he was the only person living with a woman that is not the wife in the whole of Saudi Arabia. It was permitted. Because you cannot in Saudi Arabia live with someone who's not your wife. It's a law. And he wasn't married to the lady at the time, but they had to bend some rules to make that deal work out. And the deal was not even just about the team he's playing for, it's about the entire Saudi Arabia and the attention that they want for their league, and it has worked. Look at the influx of players who've moved to Saudi Arabia ever since Rally did. Look at the deals and the television stations who are televising what is happening there. I feel like Salah is that face that can also do it for Saudi Arabia. But you might be right. For me, I feel like the reason why he should stay back at Liverpool is because the World Cup is coming. He cannot predict what exactly will happen about his selection for the team going to the World Cup.
There is no way, even if he is sitting on the bench in Liverpool all through the season, he will still get a call for Egypt. That is not even something we should debate on. Salah has made himself It's just like an Ademola Lookman. Even if he sits on the bench for Atalanta all season, he will still get a call for Liverpool and for Nigeria. That is how he has cemented his place. We're not talking about national team, we're talking about your visibility as a player. So I feel that him going to Saudi Arabia, that visibility will not be there. So he should stay in the Ferrars of Europe. Maybe play Champions League. Let's get to see him once in a while, and then maybe 35, 36, he can be going to Saudi Arabia.
How about another Premier League team?
I don't think Salah will want to play for any Premier League team.
Maybe Chelsea.
I don't think Salah will ever. Okay, let me not say because I'm not in his mind. But I believe Salah has that loyalty. He's that kind of person. He's a loyalty kind of person. So I don't think.
Your kind of person.
Yes, my kind of person. We are loyalists. I take it that. But I don't think Salah will want to play for any Premier League club. But you never can say never. If Liverpool can throw him under the box, I mean, a Premier League club comes with a higher pay.
Who knows?
He may be
Well, I doubt Chelsea, because Chelsea already has a lot of young players and might not want to add an older person to that particular squad.
To the point
You understand? Because putting Mo Salah will hurt Neto, and Neto is actually performing well from that particular way, and is in good form. And then I think, except George, I don't know what he's doing, but then
I have a problem with John. Well, all the same, I feel like you need to come through from the comment section and say what you feel. Is it the last game for Mo Salah? Do you think he should stay back? If he's supposed to leave, where should he have been going? I think it's a very, very tight situation. That is why he's kind of tight-lipped with the whole situation. And I feel like before the outburst, he must have thought about what he wants to do with himself. Somewhere in my head, I still feel like he agreed to settle international to play that last game against Brighton. And I feel like clapping all around the stands is saying, look, not going back. The transfer window will open in January, and I will start finding out what happens at the end of the day. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for a very, very insightful analysis. We'll see what happens with Salah. We'll talk about it in those items.